Hello beautiful people. In today's video I want to show you guys how I disinfect my poultry pen. This is a detailed video of the process I do in disinfecting my poultry pen before I bring in any new sets. Here you can see the whole place is scattered as a result of the last set that were here. Even the litters, I've not taken them off, including the feeders and the cans and the containers I use, even the zinc that I use in covering the top while brooding. I'm going to take everything outside, even some things that I'm supposed to keep in my packing store because I don't have a packing store yet. So I use some part of the pen to pack things up. Here you can see I've cleared the whole place up. The place is looking clear, clean and neat. I use shovel and broom to do the clearing, ready to disinfect the place. So over here I use this 16-liter sprayer, manual sprayer, for disinfecting my pen. Most farmers use this, especially small scale farmers that do more of veggies, and even people that do fumigation, they use this sprayer a lot too. So here is a 1.5 liter of Izal. Izal is what I use to do my disinfecting, and this is a locally made Izal. I bought this from a lady that does it down my street. So I just try to patronize people that are close to me. So I'm going to be using 75 cl of this. 75 cl is basically half of this 1.5 liters of Izal. I'll be using 75 cl of it to about 15 liters of water. You can see the way I'm pouring it. I'm checking out the quantity, what I've used already, and possibly I'm still going to top it up later after filling the water. Like I see here, I've already filled the water almost full, but I think I'm going to still top it up more with more water. And I add some little Izal too as well to make the concentration more stronger and better. Since I'm just spraying this on the surfaces of the pen and every corners, I need to make sure that the concentration of the Izal is strong enough so that it kills every bacteria, virus, or any leftover from the previous sets. Anything that has to do with the previous sets, any kind of germs or whatever it is, it's just going to kill and eliminate them all off. So here, I'm ready to spray. You observe very well the way we use this spray. You have to pump using your left hand. While pumping that, it will add pressure to the water inside of the can so that the water will be going out with more force. So the more you pump using the lever on the left side of the sprayer, the more the pressure that will be coming out from the nozzle of the sprayer. At the base of the nozzle of the sprayer, there's a handle that you have to hold that is like this fuel pump nozzle. There's like the fuel pump handle that you can use to spray. So what you do, you are supposed to squeeze it, and when you squeeze it together, it's going to spray out the liquid from the nozzle. So most sprayer come with a little clip that you can use to hold it so that you don't have to be squeezing it all through. So using that clip, you just have to concentrate more on pumping and focusing your nozzle on the places where you want the sprayed liquids to get to. I do the pumping more often to make sure that the pressure is high enough to get to the top. As you can see very well here, I make sure that I spray every corner, every surface inside the poultry pen, including the roof, all the rods, the bars, even the wood. I make sure that the Izal concentration gets to every surface to make sure that the whole place is disinfected properly. It's very important for you to disinfect your poultry pen after every flock, especially when you're doing broilers. Immediately you sell off, before you bring in a new set, you make sure that you disinfect the whole place. Because if you don't disinfect the place, there's every tendency that the sickness or anything that has to do with the previous set might now jump into the new one. Meanwhile, when the bears are bigger, there are some symptoms that might not show up, and sometimes because of their size, they've gone big, they tend to have some immunity against some illness that would have showed up. But when you bring in younger birds that their immunity is very weak, and you do not disinfect the place, there's every tendency that the birds might pick up those diseases and they fall ill, which is not good for your broiler poultry farm. Because when you start spending money on medication, you're already losing, you're already making loss. So you're just supposed to just buy the basic medication that will go through to prevent and to help them fight any form of illness. So making sure that your environment is clean and clear is very important. So it's very important you disinfect your pen immediately the previous set goes out, because you are supposed to leave the place for a minimum of 2 weeks before you bring in new birds. When I started broiler poultry, I was having issues because of what I was doing then. I would bring in a new set of birds to meet the old ones. Trying to have birds available all round was a challenge, because of once you have some birds in a farm and you bring in another one, there's every tendency that the new ones will contact the illness of the previous one. So that's why it's always advisable when you're running a broiler poultry farm, you do what we call all in, all out. That means in that environment, that your farm space, before you bring in new birds, make sure that the old ones are all out. So here I'm done with the inside of the pen. I'm trying to refill again to disinfect the outside. This outside I will not be using much, so I'll just be using some leftover from this. I'll reserve this one to use to wash the whole feeders and watering can. I use this to wash everything, to make sure that everything are clean and disinfected. You can see here the whole walls are outside, even these zincs that I use to shade them from rain splashes. I make sure everything is disinfected. Even those other stuff, the zincs that I use inside of the pen, I make sure they are all disinfected properly, so that there's nothing that will now cause the new birds to have any issues. So please like this video. If you are new to this channel, please do well to subscribe to grow this platform, so that other people get to enjoy what you're learning. So thanks for watching this far. I will be seeing you on the next one. Bye bye.